Today is March 8, 2014 on a Saturday at 7:21 p.m. Pacific Time. Up next by Christina Sarich. It's dated March 4, 2014. It was updated on March 4, 2014. Biotech is creating GMO human babies. What could possibly go wrong? With the human race slowly being killed off by GMO food, environmental poisons, petroleum, plastics, chemtrails, pharmaceuticals, vaccinations, radiation, and weaponized warfare, the powers that be are working on a new strain of stronger humans to carry on our existence. Forget designer babies with specific gene preferences determined by parents. We're talking about the utter transformation by a technocracy of the human genome. It is called transhumanism, and scientists in the UK and US have already submitted proposals to legally create GMO babies. Actually, GMO human embryos have already been created. Techno-eugenics, you might call it, a way to appropriate humanity for the use of an elite class. It seems innocuous at first, using stem cells to help women with fertility issues get pregnant or to help develop a healthy fetus in a woman who has damaged DNA. But it isn't something to be taken lightly or without deep moral concern. The same energy that created the atom bomb could have been used for less malevolent purposes, and this is no different. Sure, a bionic arm for a veteran of the Vietnam War who has lost his due to a IED explosion is a good thing, but improving upon the human form until we look more like Iron Man than a human being? What is the good in that? For some, it is considered our destiny. Yep, the word destiny. To understand transhumanism, you have to understand the philosophical leanings of some of its earliest members. Julian Huxley, brother of Aldous, who authored Brave New World, first used this word transhumanism. Huxley was a member of the British Eugenics Society, eugenics being the touchstone of this movement. And you can read right here, if you wish, on that link. Members of the FDA say they are worried that not enough testing has been done on animals or in vivo, to start creating GMO babies, and Dr. Evan Snyder of the Sanford Burnham Medical Research Institute in La Jolla, California, who chairs the 25-member committee, which will determine if this is the right decision for humanity to go in, said the following. I think there is a sense of the committee that at this particular point in time, there was probably not enough data, either in animals or in vitro, to conclusively move on to human trials without answering a few additional questions. A few additional questions? How about a slew of them? Who will determine which genes are to be vetted out and disposed of, and which genes will be kept? Who is to prevent this from becoming a highly technologically advanced version of Stalinism or Nazism? 2. Will some races be considered inferior to others, and will designer babies only be available to certain groups of people? We already know that the elite class wants to perpetuate their own bloodlines and weed out the disposable class, as Bill Gates has been known to call us. Oh, I guess we're disposable, folks, according to Bill Gates. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to 9 billion. Now, if we do a really good job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%, said Bill Gates. I wonder if he includes himself in this. Oh, probably not. What am I saying? I know he doesn't include himself. Number 3, will people be conditioned to accept their enhanced state like we are being asked to accept drones and other bionic warfare? What happens if we don't want to be enhanced or modified at all? Number 4, if government agencies and corporations create our new DNA, who has ownership to our bodies? It is already well known that DNA banks exist wherein corporations have been allowed to patent specific genes, including those which cause disease, so that they can offer the cure for reducing the diseases they cause. Sound familiar? Yep. In a 105-page decision, 2 federal judges have allowed corporations to own genes again. Number 5, is the act of creating humans morally acceptable in any way, shape, or form? And you can read this if you wish. Just click on that link. Companies like Myriad Genetics are already fighting over ownership of that which is natural and that which is genetically modified or man-made DNA. According to Myriad, isolated DNA does not exist in nature, and isolated DNAs, unlike native DNAs, can be used as primers and probes for diagnosing cancer. At techdirt.com, Mike Masnick made the colorful analogy that this is like arguing that because a severed finger is not attached to a hand, the finger is not naturally occurring and thus is patentable. If you want Big Pharma and biotech companies to be able to own every square inch of you, right down to your DNA, then this is a great advance in technology and medicine. The babies you make will not be your own, and the DNA in your own body will be patented by some corporation that has the same rights as a person. This isn't a brave new world. It's a completely insane one. And here are your additional sources and other popular stories that you can check out from around the web. It's insane. Completely. That's going to do it for now. Please be safe. Pink up.